Hi everyone, you're welcome back to the kitchen. So very quickly, let's list out the ingredients. So the first ingredient for your egg rolls are your eggs. You need to boil your eggs. For this recipe I used about 5 eggs, and then I used the last egg, which is the sixth egg here, for the dough. Okay, you also need your flour, you need your sugar, and then you also need your butter, just about 2 spoons of butter. Okay, you also need your nutmeg, you need your powdered milk. Now this powdered milk is actually optional for this recipe. You can decide to use evaporated milk. You are also going to be needing your baking powder baking powder and a pinch of salt. So I have sifted my flour, and now I'll just be adding 1 tablespoon of baking powder. So this is 2 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, half teaspoon of nutmeg, and then 1/8 spoon of salt, just to balance the sugar, and also 1/8 spoon. And then we proceeded to adding in our sugar. So this is about 2 tablespoons of sugar. You can decide to use 2.5 tablespoons of sugar, so just in accordance with your preference. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of sugar. And then the next thing you just want to do is to add in your milk flavor. So I added about 2 tablespoons of milk flavor. Okay, 2 tablespoons of milk flavor. Like I said already, you can use your evaporated milk. So this powdered milk is quite optional. I didn't have evaporated milk at home, hence the reason why I just went with my powdered milk. Okay, now the next thing you just want to do is to incorporate your 2 spoons of butter, which is also equivalent to about 30 grams of butter. Okay, your 2 spoons of butter. So I just showed you how to level up your butter anytime you are using it in your spoon. Okay, so the next thing I want to do now is just to incorporate all the ingredients together. Now, because of the butter measurement, you really do not need a breadcrumb like texture. Okay, all you just need to do is to ensure that you incorporate everything together. So the next thing you want to do once everything is being incorporated is to add in your 1 egg. Okay, now I started off by adding in half cup of water for this recipe. Half cup of water. Now because this recipe is just 2 cups, it didn't demand too much water, and because I already had eggs inside. Okay, that's why I needed to be careful with my water. Now you just want to get a sticky dough. Okay, you will know why later. You just want to get a sticky dough for this recipe. At first you get a sticky dough, and ensure that you do not overwork your dough. You can see that this is the second half cup of water, but we just used about a tablespoon. So let's say half full cup, that's half cup plus a tablespoon, is enough for this recipe. Okay, so you just want to get a sticky dough, and once you see that all the ingredient has come together, you ensure you do not overwork your dough. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Yes, this is it, the sticky dough. You just want to get a sticky dough. Now you are going to leave this to rest for about 2 minutes. Just leave it to rest for about 2 to 3 minutes. The reason why you are leaving it to rest for 2 minutes is to allow your baking powder to proof itself inside the dough. Okay, so after 2 minutes I brought it down from the bowl. I allowed it rest, and then I brought it down from the bowl. I sprinkled flour on the surface, and then I began to stretch the dough. Okay, now flour helps you to bring it together. You can see why we needed to rest, allow the dough to rest, so that we'll achieve a stretchy dough. Okay, so you can see that everything is coming together already. So just watch as I am doing it. Okay, So all you just need to do now, all you just want now is a stretchy dough, not a sticky dough, a stretchy dough. Okay, and if yours is still sticky, try as much as possible to keep sprinkling flour until you get a stretchy dough, and until you realize that the dough is stretchy enough for you to use. You just want to achieve this. Make sure you take your time to do it. Okay, so the next thing you want to do now is to bring everything together just as so, and then I will show you how another way to know that your dough is ready. Now all you just need to do is to press into your dough. You see it's going to bounce back. That's what I'm doing right now. It is going to bounce back. Okay, so you know that your dough is ready for use. Now the next thing you just want to do is to divide your dough into the different parts you are going to be using it. So you can decide to divide your dough into 6 or into 5, but this dough actually did 6, but I only had 5 eggs. Okay, so all you need to do now is to spread out your dough. Like I said, if it gets sticky, just ensure you use flour to rub the surface of your palm. Okay, now the next thing you just want to do now is to open your dough, and then you put in your egg at the middle of your dough. Now what you want to do after peeling off your egg is to rub your eggs in flour. Okay, ensure you rub your eggs in flour. So you just pull them in, you pull in all the sides, and then you just cut it off. Okay, and then the next thing you want to do is to rub the edges and all, just rub it round on your palm. Okay, you don't want it to burst open while it is frying. So I'm going to repeat this process so that you see what I mean. Okay, just make sure you do it like this. Rub in your flour on your eggs, and then you put it at the middle, form a round shape of dough, and then you cut out the excesses and rub it in on your palm. Okay, very easy, very, very simple, but you need to learn how to do this properly. Okay, and from time to time, like I said, just ensure that you have flour beside you where you can dip in. Okay, another way to do this is by spreading out your dough and then cutting out a round shape, and then you put in your eggs in between, and you just cover it. Instead of you to be cutting it out one after the other, you could just use your rolling pin, roll out your dough, and after rolling out your dough, you put in your eggs, and then you cover up the edges. Okay, you remove the excess dough, and then you rub it all in your palm. Okay, that's another way to do it. Now we proceeded to frying this on medium heat. You can see I first of all put in a chunk of the dough, the excess dough, to know if my oil temperature is okay. Now you want to be stirring this on all sides to ensure that it doesn't get too brown on one side. All you just need to do is to ensure that it is golden brown on all sides. So be stirring it. Once it is golden brown, just as so, try as much as possible to just put it inside a sieve to remove the excess oil, and voila, you are done. I mean, this dough, these egg rolls, to be honest, was really, really beautiful. The inside was tasty, all the ingredients were properly incorporated, and it was also fluffy on the inside. Now let me know what you think about this recipe, and ensure you share your questions and your observations. Okay, bye.